How AI is quietly changing who gets ahead at work. Most professionals still think they have plenty of time. That assumption is becoming expensive and risky. In the next few minutes, I'll show you what's actually shifting inside corporations and the part most people completely miss until it's already affecting their opportunities. Now, here's the reality. AI is already deciding who gets shortlisted for roles. It's changing who gets evaluated, and it's starting to separate people who can work with these systems from those who are still working around them. The shift is not loud. It doesn't arrive with a big announcement. It happens quietly through new processes, new filters, and new expectations. Here are some examples from clients and business I've worked with recently. In the first example, a company owner I work with is changing how he does business and has already advised his employees that in the next 2 to 3 years, they'll need to shift to being more like entrepreneurs or business owners, rather than just employees, as he wants his employees to start contributing to growth, evolution, and direction of the business. Most of the grunt work will be done by AI agents, and there'll be a small number of people managing AI applications and outsource providers in the middle. The ones that will remain will be paid more, have more input into the business direction. The employees who understand this shift, I believe most, if not all, corporations will shift this way in time, will start making the changes now to learn and adapt to the skills needed to thrive in this new environment. Here's what most professionals underestimate. You can be very good at your current job and still be falling behind. Because the standard is no longer just, can you do the work? It's becoming, can you do the work in an environment being reshaped by AI? In the second example, another client I've been working with owns a bricks and mortar business, and he felt overwhelmed by all the AI tools that are available, and he wasn't sure how to adapt to the AI world. I worked with this particular client and built an AI-proof architecture specifically for his business. After we developed this personalized structure, he realized the significant gaps in his business and knew exactly what AI tools to use. The business who face the reality of the situation and identify the gaps now will be able to adapt and evolve and then thrive in this new AI world. One last example is the difference between government and private sector. I've seen the adoption of AI across both government and private sectors. The reality is that the private sector will often adapt AI technology years ahead of government due to red tape, local regulations, and other factors. One of my clients who worked in government was concerned about losing relevance in a very fast-changing environment. So I helped her come up with a strategy to evolve her skill sets over a period of 12 to 24 months so she would be relevant and sought after in the future. If the organization you work for is still operating largely the same way it did 5 or 10 years ago, that should concern you. Not because everything changes tomorrow, but because the gap compounds and becomes harder to catch up in the future. So what actually helps? Well, firstly, stop assuming your current employer will protect your relevance. Pay attention to how the better companies in your space are changing the way they deliver work, make decisions, and evaluate people. You can do this by speaking to colleagues in your industry, attending seminars in your field, and networking with people in your niche, field, or related industry. Then come up with a plan for how you're going to bridge the gaps and gain the skills, experience, and competencies required to become valuable in the future. Second, develop the ability to think beyond your job description. The people who become most valuable are the ones who can spot better ways of working and communicate them clearly to others. I've covered this in another video, but start to think like an entrepreneur. Corporations of the future will be looking for individuals who can step up and start shaping the future of the industry or field you're in. Shifting the way you operate and think is not easy. However, you'll need to evolve to stay relevant, so don't leave your future to chance. Thirdly, if your organization shows no real interest in improving how it operates, treat that as useful information. It tells you something important about the environment you're building your skills in. Start to understand how your corporation operates and what systems, AI tools they are using or implementing in the future. Compare this to systems and tools other organizations may be using. And this is not about panic. It's about noticing the shift earlier than most people do, while you still have the options and still have time to plan and get ahead of the shift. Now, if you're a business who feels stuck on how to evolve your business so it's AI-proof, and you need help to set up a personalized system to transition your business in the next 2 to 3 years, then go to the link in the description. On the other hand, if you're a professional and you have no idea where to start, book a clarity call and take control of your future. See the link below, and I'll see you in the next one.